you're talking to others about World Ventures, I guarantee they're going to have some questions. And that's what I want to do, is I want to address 3 big questions that a lot of those people will probably have. And the first one is, why network marketing? I mean, there's so many ways that we could market and distribute products. I mean, most companies use traditional advertising. Why is it that we use network marketing? The second question I want to talk about is, why travel? I mean, there's so many different products and services that other network marketing companies sell. Why is travel the right product to be selling? And then third, why World Ventures? So let's start with why network marketing. What a lot of people don't know is, for a lot of products and services, network marketing is the fastest, most effective way to get a product to an end consumer. You see, the biggest challenge, or one of the biggest challenges, I should say, that businesses face today is, how do I develop that relationship with the end consumer I'm trying to get to? Much, much more difficult than it used to be. I mean, I remember when I was very young, when there was only 4 or 5 television channels. There wasn't that many magazines. There wasn't that many newspapers. So if you're a company and you're trying to get your message out to the consumer that you're looking for, it wasn't that complicated. Today, things have really, really changed. I mean, where are all the different places that a company can advertise? Where are we seeing advertising today? I mean, I know you're seeing them on the sides of buses, billboards, at the fuel pump. Are you guys seeing them in the restaurants, like on the dinner menus? In the restrooms, next to the toilets? How about your cell phone? You guys getting advertising text messages? And nobody's getting any email advertising, are you? None of that. Direct mail. I mean, there's hundreds of different television channels now that companies can advertise on. Millions of different websites. I mean, the diversification of media is so amazing right now. There are so many different places that companies can advertise. Now here, what's interesting is, at the same time, we as consumers, because we're getting bombarded by all this advertising, we're getting pretty darn good at tuning it all out. It's almost as if it doesn't even exist. It's like we don't even really see it. So what's happening for businesses that are trying to advertise is, they're finding that advertising is becoming more and more expensive, and at the same time it's becoming less and less effective. Where with network marketing, we're able to go direct to the consumer, cut through all that noise in a way that no other business can, by leveraging the power of the relationship. It's a very similar dynamic that's allowed companies like MySpace and Facebook to become giants very, very quickly. It's a powerful, powerful way of doing business. It's where we literally are creating a customer partnership, a partnership alliance with our customer base. Now, this distribution model, network marketing, is really starting to be noticed by Wall Street. Okay, and one of the best examples of this is Warren Buffett. I know most of you are familiar with Warren Buffett. He is the number 2 wealthiest man on the planet. Okay, and there's a couple magazine covers I want to show you. The Amazing Mr. Buffett, the world's greatest investor. So Fortune magazine says he is the world's greatest investor. Fortune also says he is the most powerful person in business. The guy number 2 next to Warren Buffett, who's that? Bill Gates. Okay, so Warren Buffett, there's no one on the planet that's known for knowing how to make money more than Warren Buffett. When he gets interested in companies and he wants to invest, he doesn't buy stock in a company. He buys the company, right? Well, in 2003, Buffett's largest purchase was a network marketing company. And then prior to that, he had already purchased 2 other direct sales companies, one of which he was quoted saying, "This is probably the best investment, dollar for dollar, that I've ever made." Okay, in business, we call this a clue, right? Now, what was true for Buffett then is many times more true today. Many, many times more true today. And why is that? Well, what a lot of people don't understand about the industry of network marketing is network marketing is counter-cyclical. What does that mean? It simply means that it runs counter to the general business cycles. Okay, so when most companies are doing worse, network marketing companies have a tendency to do better. Okay, and if you look at historically the industry of network marketing, companies like Mary Kay and Herbalife, they experience some of their biggest growth phases during recessions. Why is that? Well, what drives the growth of a network marketing organization more than anything else is the demand for ways to create additional sources of income, to either supplement or to replace lost income. Okay, that's always higher in down times. Well, the more the demand, the more sales rep a company has, the more sales reps, the more sales the company makes. Okay, it makes sense. So that's what drives it. Now, what's been happening for the past, let's look at the past 25 plus years. From 1982 to 2007, that 25-year period of 82 to 2007, we experienced the greatest economic boom of all times. I mean, massive, massive wealth created during that time. From 82 to 2007, the median home price quadrupled. The number of millionaires in this country went from 500,000 to 9.2 million. The stock market skyrocketed from 803, the Dow was at 803, then went to over 14,000. The number of billionaires in this country was 15 in 1982, 1-5. Then in 2007, over 1,000 billionaires. Incredible, incredible wealth during that time. Let's contrast that to just the past 2 years. Okay, a much different picture in the last 2 years. What have we seen just in the last 2 years? I mean, we've seen millions and millions of homes go into foreclosures. We've seen major banks fail. Trillions of dollars in government bailout. Over 6 million jobs lost just in the past 2 years. And let me show you some examples of what we're seeing in the media. I mean, this is the type of stuff we see just about on a daily basis. Cover of Time magazine. Surviving the lean economy. Anybody feel that picture? Or you feel like your 401k is now a 4.1k? Right? Time magazine, holding on for dear life. Business Week, the lost generation. The job crisis is hitting young people especially hard, imperiling their future and the economy. I mean, this is just out on newsstands. Time magazine, out of work in America. Why double-digit unemployment may be here to stay and how to live with it. So, this is what's going on. This is this new era. Okay, now, how many of you know that crisis can, for some, create major opportunity? Okay, well, in 82 to 2007, biggest economic boom of all times, incredible wealth that was created. Although, in a lot of ways, for most businesses, that marked the very best of times. For network marketing, that actually, in a lot of ways, was the worst of times when you understand how network marketing is counter-cyclical, right? The better the economy, the lower the demand for additional sources of income. Where now, what's going on in the economy right now, past 2 years, the worst economic times we've ever seen, this is the worst of times for most businesses. For network marketing, this is the best of times. Okay, so this is actually really good for the demand of network marketing. Here's another way of looking at the past 25 plus years. From 82 to 2007, during that huge economic boom, there were some obvious benefits and advantages that we experienced during that time. But there were also some downfalls that occurred during 82 to 2007 because of the same thing. Okay, let's talk about some things that happened from 82 to 2007. If you compare the same age counterparts from 1982 to 2007, the average American gained 20 pounds. With that, health significantly suffered. The household debt grew by 35%, and the average American savings went from 11%, savings rate from 11% to less than 1%. The motto of the day: overeat, overspend, and major excess in just about every area of life. I mean, the motto was spend, spend, spend. Now, what's happened in the past 2 years? Let's contrast that. That's what was happening from 82 to 2007. What's happened just in the past couple years? A very different picture. Today, there's been a major shift in the consumer mindset. The way we as consumers look at things is different. It's changed. And this significant change, this shift in behavior, where today as consumers, we're much more economically conservative, we're much more resourceful, we're much more open to creating new ways or looking for new ways of creating sources of income. And this shift is so significant that it's going to stick with us for years, if not decades, beyond the time the economy turns around. And that's what this is talking about in the media. Okay, I want you to see this Time magazine. Again, this is just recently out. Time magazine, The End of Excess, Why This Crisis is Good for America. Exactly, the reset button. The mindset has changed. They're calling it the new normal. Okay, Time magazine, the new frugality. Okay, what was in from 82 to 2007? What was in? Gas-guzzling SUVs, extravagant steak dinners, excessively priced designer clothes. I mean, how many of you know during that time period where you had friends that were spending $200 or $300 on a pair of designer jeans? I mean, what was in? Rolex watches, Las Vegas-style casinos, spending was in. Compare that to the past 2 years. A very different picture. What was out from 82 to 2007? I'll tell you what was out. Fuel-efficient cars, discount stores, coupons. And I'd even include in there what was out during that time period. Even though it was much more accepted than prior generations, I would even include in there part-time businesses like network marketing. Different picture today. What was out is now in, and what was in is now out. We've literally gone in the past couple of years from the era of excess to the era of sensibility. For us, we might as well call it the era of network marketing. This is our time. And if you understand this, if you get this, how significant this is for network marketing in this industry, in the timing that we have, and it's never been this great before, then you've got to know that you cannot afford to be involved in any network marketing company that is not the very best network marketing company.